Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farhan mulyadin satria dharma from class 4B, and I'm here want to try to interpret a video from Gary Neville Fan asked question to Sir Alex Ferguson. So here we go.
I'm ready.
First question. Who is the one player you wish you'd managed that you never did?
Paul Gascoigne, without question. I think he was the best English player since Bobby Charlton. I think he was a fantastic player. Unfortunately, we didn't get him. And I think, looking back now, he made a big mistake. He recognised himself years later. But we had Geordies in the camp. We had Bobby Charlton, Brian Robson, Steve Bruce, even Gary Pallister from Middlesbrough. We had people there that would have taken care of him, you know, particularly Brian Robson. He was fantastic with players, as you know. So he goes to an island in London, you know, and you're easily swallowed up there for a young lad. And I think that was a big mistake by him. I think he was a marvellous player. I loved his strength and his... We played at Newcastle up there, and it was Easter Monday, I think, and he'd just come back from injury. They were near the bottom of the league. And as soon as they come back, they started winning games. And I went there, we playing three in the middle of the pitch. Whiteside, Robson and Remy Moses, you know, right?
Some midfield.
He destroyed them, honestly. And then he nutmegged Remy Moses right in front of the dugout and patted him in the head. And I'm jumping out the box, I'm going, fuck. Honestly, he was unbelievable. And I said to Martin Edwards coming back in the bus, sign this boy. Get on the phone to them Monday. And by that time, they'd already done a deal with Tottenham, which is really unfortunate. I was a disappointment because he agreed to sign, and then Tottenham changed his mind by buying his mother and father a house.
Pertanyaan pertama, siapa pemain yang Anda harap Anda kelola tapi tidak pernah tercapai oleh Anda? Paul Gascoigne. Tanpa diragukan lagi, dia adalah pemain Inggris terbaik setelah Bobby Charlton. Saya pikir dia anak yang fantastis. Sayangnya, kami tidak mendapatkannya, dan saya pikir melihat ke belakang, sekarang dia membuat kesalahan besar. Dia menyadari dirinya sendiri bertahun-tahun kemudian. Tetapi kami mempunyai Jordi di camp, Bobby Charlton, Brian Robson, Steve Bruce, bahkan Gary Pallister dari Middlesbrough. Dengan orang-orang seperti itu di sana yang akan merawatnya, Anda tahu, khususnya Brian Robson, dia fantastis dengan pemainnya. Seperti yang Anda tahu. Jadi, dia pergi ke sebuah pulau di London. Anda tahu, anak muda dengan pemain seperti itu yang Anda tahu akan mudah tertelan di sana. Untuk seorang muda, dan saya pikir itu kesalahan besar olehnya. Dan dia adalah pemain yang luar biasa. Saya suka kekuatannya. Kami bermain melawan Newcastle. Di sana itu adalah hari Senin Paskah, saya pikir, dan dia baru saja kembali dari cedera atau dekat dengan bomb of the week. Segera setelah mereka kembali, mereka mulai memenangkan pertandingan, dan saya pergi ke sana dengan 3 poin di tengah lapangan. Whiteside, Robson, dan Remy Moses, dia menghancurkan mereka dengan jujur, dan kemudian dia nutback Remy Moses tepat di depan dugout dan mempermalukan mereka, dan aku melompat keluar kotak. Sejujurnya dia tidak bisa dipercaya dan berkata kepada tetangga saya setelah datang kembali dari bus, anak laki-laki ini menelpon mereka pada hari Senin, dan saat itu mereka sudah menyelesaikan kesempatan dengan Tottenham yang sangat disayangkan. Saya kecewa dia sudah setuju untuk menandatangani dan kemudian mengajak dan mencoba merubah pikirannya dengan angan-angan membelikan rumah untuk kedua orang tuanya, tapi itu tidak pernah terjadi.
Is there anyone from the current game, Sir Alex, that you wish you'd bought? Anyone who's been playing the last 20 years that you thought, oh, I'd love to have managed them?
Well, I think Kane. I thought Dele was going to be a top player. I must admit, I don't know what's happened there, but Kane's definitely been, and the boy Son at Tottenham. These are excellent players. Aguero has been a terrific striker. There's no doubt about that. His goal scoring has been exceptional. And I think that the top teams will always produce a player that can stand out, and I think that those two in particular.
Apakah ada pemain yang masih aktif saat ini yang kau harapkan kau beli dan menyukainya untuk bekerja bersama Anda? Saya pikir Harry Kane. Saya pikir Dele Alli akan menjadi pemain top. Saya harus mengakuinya. Tapi saya tidak tahu apa yang terjadi di sana. Tapi Kane adalah top player. Dan Sergio Aguero, dia adalah striker mematikan. Tidak ada keraguan tentang itu. Kemampuannya dalam mencetak gol sangat luar biasa. Dan saya pikir tim-tim papan atas akan selalu menghasilkan pemain-pemain top. Dan top tim dan top player, dua hal itu sangat berhubungan.
Excluding Old Trafford, which ground had the best atmosphere you've ever experienced? One in England and one in Europe.
Hampden Park, without doubt, when it's 140,000, 136,000. I played in front of under 36,000 and went to see the Scotland-England games. Oh, electric. The atmosphere was absolutely electric. And Anfield electric. I mean, you've been there, you know what it's like, bloody hell. It's marvellous atmosphere.
To win.
Yeah, but
Kecuali Old Trafford, stadion mana yang mempunyai atmosfer terbaik, satu di England dan satu di Eropa. Hampden Park tanpa keraguan. Di dalamnya 140.000 penonton sampai 130.000 penonton. Saya duduk di 136.000 penonton dan sedang melihat pertandingan England dan Skotlandia sedang berlaga. Atmosfer sangat luar biasa. Dan di Eropa, di England, Anfield kau tahu di sana, atmosfer di sana sangat luar biasa untuk memenangkan pertandingan.
Who's the most underrated player that you managed?
there's three players. I can't split them. Brian McClare, Jason Park and Ronnie Johnson. That's where I lost the final against Barcelona at Wembley. I should have changed at half-time and put Jason Park and Messi. That was a mistake. I realised after 10 minutes, I was going to do it at half-time, and they'll say, well, we'll just equalise before half-time. They may see the game differently, and we may grow into the game better. We're actually quite good in the last 10 minutes of that game. You know, we come into it and we could have been in front, actually. But if I had played Jason Park against Messi, I think we'd have beaten him.
Siapa pemain yang paling diremehkan yang kau latih? Ada 3 pemain. Mereka Brian McClare, Jason Park, dan Ronnie Johnson. Itulah saat saya final melawan Barcelona di Wembley. Saya seharusnya mengganti di babak pertama dan menempatkan Jason Park untuk Messi. Itu adalah kesalahan yang saya sadari setelah 10 menit. Saya akan melakukannya ketika half time. Dan mereka akan berkata, baik, kita bisa menyamakan kedudukan sebelum turun minum. Mereka mungkin melihat permainan secara berbeda. Dan permainan kita mungkin akan berkembang menjadi permainan yang lebih baik. Kita sebenarnya cukup bagus dalam 10 menit terakhir. Dari permainan itu, Anda tahu, kita masuk ke dalamnya dan kami sebenarnya bisa berada di depan. Tetapi jika saya memainkan Jason Park melawan Messi, saya pikir saya akan mengalahkannya.
If you had to pick one striker that you've worked with to start every week, who would that striker be? So it's a striker to save your life.
I couldn't do it, honestly.
You have to.
I couldn't.
This is Lad Bible. You can't bottle it.
I'll give you a statistic, and this is a test for you. I had 17 strikers in my time at United, all internationals. Name them.
So you're not going to pick a striker for me?
No.
A penalty then?
Penalty?
You've got a penalty for your last minute, your last ever game. Who's taking it out of all them 17 strikers?
Van Nistelrooy or Cantona or Irwin. One of them are dependent. Irwin took great penalties, you know, he did.
Yeah.
I think we missed one and scored the rebound. Cantona missed one, I think. I don't think Vinicius missed any.
Don't know.
He was deadly.
Jika Anda harus memilih satu striker yang telah bekerja sama dengan Anda untuk bermain setiap minggu, siapa striker itu? Saya tidak bisa melakukannya dengan jujur. Saya memiliki 17 striker selama saya di Manchester United. Semua pemain internasional menyebut mereka. Atau Anda mendapat penalti di menit akhir pertandingan terakhir Anda, siapakah yang akan Anda ambil dari 17 striker yang Anda punya? Van Nistelrooy atau Cantona adalah salah satunya. Mereka hebat dalam penalti, Anda tahu. Saya pikir dia melewatkan satu dan mencetak rebound. Cantona melewatkan satu, saya pikir tidak ada perbedaan yang mencolok antara mereka dalam penalti. Mereka sangat mematikan.
Which young managers currently working in the Premier League do you highly rate?
Young managers.
Yeah.
Oof.
You can go managers if you want.
Well, I mean, I think to my mind, the two exceptional managers are Klopp and Guardiola, without doubt. And I've watched them working, and I've actually been partly responsible with their next moves, you know, because I met them.
It's not your fault, is it?
No. Well, Klopp met me in Switzerland and asked for advice about moving to England, and I says, pick your best team. Pick a team with expectation. And I didn't, at that time I wasn't retiring.
Yeah.
And the same with Guardiola, I met him in New York, we had dinner together. I says, keep me in touch with what your next move is. And he went to City, you know. But these two are exceptional managers. On young managers, Eddie Howe had a great period at Bournemouth for a young manager. And I think he did very well, even though he's relegated, it doesn't mean to say he's not a good manager. I think he is a good manager. And I think the boy Parker at Fulham has done a great job, because I've watched them a lot and they keep playing the football. They don't change. Don't panic. They keep to the beliefs of their manager. And I think that's a great indication of how good he is.
Manajer muda mana yang bekerja di Liga Premier saat ini yang Anda nilai tinggi atau yang Anda nilai hebat? Manajer muda, maksud saya pikir ada dua dalam pikiran saya, dua manajer yang sangat luar biasa. Guardiola tanpa ragu, dan saya telah melihat mereka bekerja, dan saya sebenarnya ikut bertanggung jawab atas langkah kepindahan selanjutnya. Anda tahu, karena saya bertemu mereka, di mana klub bertemu saya di Switzerland dan meminta saran tentang untuk pindah ke Inggris, dan saya menyarankan adalah pilih tim terbaik, pilih tim dengan harapan, dan saat itu saya belum pensiun. Dan dengan cara yang sama, Guardiola dengan saya bertemu dengannya di New York dengan makan malam bersama dan mengatakan tetap berhubungan dengan Anda tentang kepindahan Anda selanjutnya, dan dia ingin melihat Anda tahu, tapi keduanya adalah manajer yang luar biasa. Dan manajer muda Eddie Howe memiliki periode yang hebat di Bournemouth. Saya pikir dia melakukannya dengan sangat baik. Meskipun dia terdegradasi, tidak berarti mengatakan dia bukan manajer yang bagus. Saya pikir dia adalah manajer yang bagus. Dan saya pikir Boy Parker di Fulham telah melakukan pekerjaan dengan sangat baik, karena saya sering menonton mereka dan mereka terus bermain sepak bola. Mereka tidak berubah, tidak panik. Mereka tetap percaya kepada manajer mereka. Dan saya pikir itu indikasi yang bagus tentang seberapa bagusnya dia.
Which player that you managed achieved more than you thought they would?
I think you're one. I do.
You thought it was really bad then, didn't you?
And I thought Steve Bruce was amazing. That if you look at his physical being, he was not exactly over 6 foot, but he attacked every ball that he had to. And I think that Steve would be one that I thought did really well.
Pemain mana yang Anda latih mencapai lebih banyak prestasi dari yang Anda kira? Saya pikir Steve Bruce luar biasa. Bahwa jika Anda melihat fisiknya, karena dia tidak lebih dari 6 kaki, tapi dia menyerang setiap bola yang mereka miliki, dan saya pikir Steve menjadi salah satu yang saya pikir melakukannya dengan sangat baik.
Right, next question. Which young player in world football do you rate the highest?
Young footballer
Yeah.
in the world. Oof. Mason Greenwood, in my opinion, is going to be a top player. He's got the coolness and coldness of a great striker. He never panics. His shots are always low. He's always inside the post, and I think that's shown great qualities. He's young. He's younger than the boy Foden. I think he's 21. I think he is, and he is the one player that's come through at City is now taking the place of Silva, and he's been tremendous. Yeah, those two in England are the best.
Siapa pemain muda di dunia sepak bola yang menurut Anda paling berpotensi? Sepak bola muda di dunia, Mason Greenwood, pendapat saya, dia akan menjadi pemain top. Dia mendapat ketenangan dan dinginnya seorang striker hebat. Dia tidak pernah panik, tembakannya selalu rendah. Dia selalu di dekat tiang, dan saya pikir itu menunjukkan kualitas yang hebat. Dia lebih muda dari Foden. Saya pikir dia 21 tahun, satu-satunya pemain yang datang melalui Manchester City.
Hi, it's Gary Neville, and the boss is going to be he's going to be answering. Jesus. More frustrating watching me as a presenter than it was as a player. It's like...
You did cause me some embarrassing moments.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Well done.
Good, well done, boss.
Thanks, Stan.